poppin' YouTube family? It's your boy Dwight. Welcome back to the channel, Silverback Siage. Hope all is well with everybody. First off, do me a huge favor. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you'll be notified when I post new content. Now, tonight's video, this ain't for the unisex lovers when it comes to fragrances. This ain't for the feminine leaning fragrances for people out here. This one here is for alpha males only. So these are strictly masculine scents. I had one of my consistent viewers actually send me a message and let me know, man, you should do a masculine video. And I said, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. This is for those men that decide to romance their wife and walk onto the room in their knuckles, just like that silverback gorilla. Keep it locked. Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes. I got one honorable mention for tonight's video, so it just was outside at the 11th spot, but I didn't want to have a topic or a title that says top 10 11 fragrances for masculine men. So this is my honorable mention. It's made by Bentley, and it is Bentley Absolute. Yep, Absolute for me, an Absolute. What you get with this one, and I haven't done a review on this one. If you want a full review, let me know. Leave that in the comments. I'm just going to give you a couple of little basic things that this thing's bring to the table. It's woody. It's very spicy and leathery. You do got a little hint of oud in the background. It is actually supposed to, if I'm not mistaken, be a clone or dupe of a popular Gucci fragrance like Gucci Pour Homme 2 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. You just have to go to Fragrantica and scroll down to similar fragrances to this. But it's a very, very expensive discontinued fragrance that people are paying an arm and leg to get. When you can pick this thing up, I haven't smelled the original to be able to quote how close it is, but masculine to say the least. This one here is a man scent. And all 10 of these, I told my wife never spray them on because I don't want them on her. This is for me. Honorable mention. At the number 10 spot, we are going to the house of Versace. Versace Pour Homme Oud Noir. This one here, often compared to Tom Ford's Oud Wood. I can get how people would want to give it the similarness or similar ticket put on it. But this one here to me is a little bit more, the oud is a little bit more subdued. Even though in Tom Ford Wood is not crazy strong. This one here still has a little bit of a hint of a citrus pop, where to me Tom Ford Oud Wood doesn't really do that too much. And this one here kind of leans a little bit more spicy in the opening versus Tom Ford Oud Wood staying spicy throughout the duration of the scent. Very, very masculine scent profile. If it was ever one out of this entire list, probably that my wife could maybe pull off, maybe a little bit of one other, but mostly this one here, you kind of can play with oud wood, ladies. But this is one I would recommend you get for your husband and let him hit society looking sharp and nice. Hence, me having on a suit, which also is your most masculine presentation that a man can bring to the society on a daily basis. Versace Oud Noir. Now, this one here is scarce in the rack stores. I happened to catch it around last year's Christmas time. I just happened to walk into my Burlington and seen it on the shelf amongst all the other Banana Republic fragrances. And since I've had this channel, I wanted to get my nose on it. It was only like 20 bucks, but extremely masculine. And that's Banana Republic Oud Mosaic. A very, very rare one to find in the rack stores. Now, you can spend $70, $80 for this, but I don't recommend that. I recommend you going in there around the holiday season and looking for this one right here, because I only paid, like I said, 20 bucks for it. It actually does have some of that animalic oud in it, just a hint of it. It's not a whole bunch of it, but it brings to the table a masculine presence that a lot of the other Banana Republics that are unisex don't bring to the table. You do get some rose, you do get some oud. It is warm. To me, the best time to put this thing on is wintertime. You want it to be cold, because this one here has some punch and some strength to kick through the cold. But one thing about it, when you hitting society and you a man and you're not really ready to do the mass appealing, you're not ready to do the unisex offerings, when you really want to smell like a man's man, Oud Mosaic is sick. And if you want to see a review on this thing, because I got it out the rack store, I hadn't quite deemed it full video worthy, singular by itself. If y'all like to see that, let me know. Next one just recently came to the channel, but it is masculine and super woody. Dior Homme 2020. Why it caught a lot of flack when it came out, because it wasn't the original Dior original. But it's a very, very good work scent. An everyday driver. Very masculine because of every wood that you can think of but oud is in here. But you do get some aromatic tinges with some citrus that sits way back in the back. But the citrus that is way back in the back, to me, balances out the fragrance. So you don't have to smell nothing but wood throughout the whole fragrance life. Pause. Next one. Super masculine. Everybody's probably heard of this one. Even your grandfather. Chanel Platinum Egoist. Very, very masculine lavender built scent. Fougere-ish barbershop scent. Very, very masculine. This one here, ladies, don't even bother. Don't spray this thing on, because you're going to smell like you want to run your husband on up out of here. It's an aromatic, fresh, lavender, prevalent green scent. Perfect for the springtime. It has made a couple of my spring lists, and also, if I'm not mistaken, was inducted into my spring Hall of Fame. It's one that I love to put on with a nice attire, from either just a button-up shirt and a tie, or just a button-up shirt on up to a suit, going to a business meeting. It's never a bad time to go somewhere important smelling like this one. Masculinity at its finest. All of these exude masculinity. Another one that is, to me, very masculine, but really, really good if you're going to a cigar lounge, if you're going to the club, if you're on vacation where you're sitting there with your lady eating a nice dinner. But you want to make sure that when a man as yourself hits the room, that you leave your presence, that a man's man just walked by me with the House of Le Labo Tabac 28. Very, very boozy. Smoky. But it does give off a vacation vibe. This one here, rather expensive, very exclusive. So that's at the top of the list. Another reason why I like it, because everybody's not going to spend over $400+ to get this bottle. No, it's not on discounters. It's very unique scent profile. Masculine approved, alpha male approved. And versatile when it comes to places that sometimes you may not be with your lady. You may be with the fellas, having fellas night out. Y'all might take a fellas cruise or a vacation. Y'all might just decide to all be going to go play golf, and then afterwards go out for drinks. This is the type of fragrance you want to rock out with when it comes to that. Another one that is a darling within the fragrance community. Nishane Hasivat. Often compared to Creed Aventus, like a lot of fragrances in my collection to a certain extent, because I love that DNA. But this one here, the pineapple pops a lot more. It's a lot stronger than Creed Aventus, at least the batches that are made right now within the pineapple realm of things. And where Creed Aventus stays smoky, birch tar type of scent profile, this one goes more green, mossy. Oak moss, back when oak moss wasn't getting banned or being forced to take fragrances off shelves because it has the original oak moss. But it says grown man written all over it. This one here is not for the ladies. This is for a really sophisticated man that actually got important things to do on a daily basis. Next one, another one not for the ladies. We go into the house of M. Micallef with Desert Toxic. 100% masculine profile, and where ladies can kind of get away with wearing Dior Sauvage Elixir, because it kind of got a little bit more of a holiday, spicy, cinnamon, nutmegish vibe. This one here puts aromatics in there. You got some citruses, but you got a very, very earthy, mossy hit to it. But the star player that makes this thing 100% masculine is that cannabis note. Now, I know you're not going to be smelling like you've been riding for 8 hours with Snoop Dogg. Nothing like that, but this one here does give a earthy green tinge to it that only would be appreciated by a man dressed nice walking by in the sillage that it leaves, because you don't smell like you've been smoking drugs, but you do smell like a man's man that don't come to play, that deserves respect when you walk in a room. Next one, the name alone that you know this one's masculine, because within this house they have a female version. And that's Bond Number 9 centerpiece for him. This thing here, when you get the 100 ml bottle presentation, it even comes with a bow tie. I mean, what else do you need to know that it's masculine? Some people compare this thing here to Creed Aventus. To me, it's too black currant heavy to actually be in the Aventus world of things. To me, the Bond number 9, Bond.com, is a lot closer to Aventus than this one. This one here, you get lots of black currant. You do get some pineapple. I want to say there's some apple maybe in this thing here. Or juniper berry that actually is in an opening, and also some bergamot. As it dries down, you get that traditional Bond number 9 musk, but the musk that's in this one here leans masculine versus the fact that I have smelled a sample of Centerpiece for Her. And ladies, I do recommend that one for you guys. You can go ahead and blind buy that one, and I can guarantee y'all gonna be happy. But as it dries down, it gives the feminine version of the musk that actually complements your pH balance. And the note breakdown that's within the woman's version is more for the ladies, and this one here, hence the name, is Centerpiece for Him. Fellas, get your nose on it. Second and last, we're going to the house of Rosia Dove. One of my first loves in the fragrance, my fragrance journey, is Scandal Parfum Cologne. Extremely lavender heavy. You definitely got some green. You got a lot of spice in this thing right here. Gotta smell it again. I ain't wore this in a while. I might wear this tomorrow, even though it's a little bit out of season. You got some lavender. You definitely have the fougere genre with this fragrance right here. This one here, to me, you don't really do it justice if you're gonna put on a t-shirt, maybe on up to a playful golf looking polo shirt and spray this thing on here. No, this one here is special night worthy, date night worthy, anniversary worthy, promotion at your job worthy, the Met Gala, suit and tie events. That's when you want to smell like this thing here. This ain't one of them ones you want to spray and go play video games with your kids or go to the family barbecue. That's not what this is for. This is a very, very elegant, sophisticated scent profile made for alpha males only. And last but not least, y'all know it had to be here, and this is one that I also don't want my wife to ever spray, even though every time she smells it, I can see the smile from 10 miles away. Ganymede. This thing here is a man's man scent. This ain't for the unisex warriors of the world. It's my money. I spray what I want to. This ain't for that. This is for a man that knows what he wants in life. Has a woman that he is doing right by, taking care of bills, taking care of vacations, taking care of her needs and the kids' needs, but still got some money put to the side where he can take care of himself. That's that guy. That's the guy getting out of that nice Porsche because he's a CEO, CFO. He is a mover and a shaker within his company. He is in position to potentially do something great in life, point blank period. That's when Ganymede comes to the table with its minerality, its leathery tinges to it, with a little bit of fresh and watery vibe to it though. But the mineral notes is the one that reigns supreme in this one right here. To me, there's never a bad time from spring to winter to smell like Ganymede, and people all over compliment it. I mean, I've had people that can't stand fragrance, all like that. Besides whatever one bottle that they like, they still like Ganymede. I recommend that you get you a sample. These 11 fragrances right here exude masculinity. And at the end of the day, if you want to smell like a man and be respected as one, get you a couple of these. That's my time. Peace.